So we get another question, and the person says, Ascendor, how can I stop people pleasing and be myself all the time? I just can't bear the discomfort when people look at me weirdly or something comes out of my mouth. People pleasing. I know that feeling, when you are constantly, you're aware that you're doing it, but you don't want to do it, but somehow you cannot stop doing it. You're constantly, almost like internally, there's an energy that is asking, do I still have the right to exist? It's like you cannot give yourself the feeling that you are okay as you are. And therefore you have to kind of like regulate other people's emotions, make them like you, so that you can feel that you have the right to exist. So you kind of like, you need some kind of approval. And it's not the kind of approval that the ego needs. It's just this basic instinct of the human being that says, I want to belong. I want to belong, but I feel like I'm too weird. If people would see my true face, then they would just get rid of me, So there's a deep-seated belief in you that says, if people would know who I truly am, then I would not belong anymore. So my survival is in danger and I will basically die. So it's like, you have to fake in order to survive. And it's a belief inside of you, and maybe something happened in the past that caused this feeling, this belief, this behavior. So it's like, you want to participate, you want to belong, you feel like you cannot be yourself though, and so you're faking who you are, you're constantly people pleasing, and oftentimes that's exactly what feels weird to other people when you're people pleasing. So if you would just feel in yourself that you do have the right to exist, that you love yourself for who you are, then you wouldn't have that tendency anymore to please other people. But in order to do that, you have to fall in love with who you are. And I'm not even talking about you awareness. I'm just talking about the expression, this individual expression of consciousness, which is the body, the person, your behavior, your thoughts. So you have to face yourself and meet yourself. Find out who you are if you're not pretending. And I don't mean the you that is chilling in the comfort zone with TikTok or YouTube, or, I'm talking about the you when you're not distracted. So when you are with yourself, what is weird about you? You can just really ask yourself, like, why am I even pretending? Like, why do I think that I'm weird? And this is really a process that you have to do with yourself. Like, I cannot really give you the answers, but something in you already knows that there is a behavior that is not really healthy, which is why you said, how can I stop people pleasing? You know that it's not good for you or other people. It's not good. You're basically betraying yourself because you think that it is, other people have power over you. They tell you if you have the right to exist or not. But actually you have the right to tell you if you have the right to exist or not, and basically you don't even have the right to do that. You are, therefore you have the right to exist. So, and you are weird. You have to accept that because everybody's weird. The ones who are trying to not be weird are the ones who are like weird. You see? And the ones who are just like, they're not even thinking about how they are perceived by others, are just like weird, but they don't care. It's just like, that's me and I am just who I am. It's like, there's kind of like a self-love. It's like self-respect, self-acceptance. Like there's the acknowledgement that I'm not like everybody else. Like I am unique, like in the way that I am. I cannot find a twin anywhere, like someone who is like me. There's nobody. But still, there is a great sense of self-respect in that because it's individuality. So just embrace your weirdness. You know, nobody talks like you, nobody walks like you, nobody is like you. And so you don't need approval anymore to simply participate in whatever's going on in life. You do not have to explain why you are the way you are. And so you have this sense of approval. So you feel like your emotions are automatically regulated already because you feel that you are safe, basically. You're not afraid of other people's thoughts about you, opinions about you, because you know that if they do have a negative opinion about you, then that is just reflecting the negativity inside of them. Because you're already like, you like yourself, so there, and you're also honest with yourself. Like if you have insecurities or fears and you're facing them and you know what the problem is inside of you, then you don't feel like you have to hide something. Just authentic, that's it. So when you are when you have this clarity about yourself, you no longer need to regulate other people's emotions. You no longer have to like use your energy to convince people that you are a cool dude or I don't know if you're a man or a woman, but that you're just a cool person. So basically, take your power back. Nobody has the power to tell you if you're good or not good. You are good. But if you have insecurities, if you have like shame or guilt or fear, like face that. And once you have faced that, and then you are like friends with yourself, then you can just be authentically with whomever you want to be. And maybe sometimes once you are being honest with yourself, then what could happen is that your innermost being is telling you that actually you are not really, you don't even want to be with those people anymore. Maybe you think that they have a say-so about who is cool, who is not cool, who is good, who is worthy of respect or not. But that's kind of like a belief in you. But once you're like becoming honest with yourself, you can automatically sense that actually those people are also just constantly coping, constantly trying to impress each other, constantly trying to be funny. You see? But what I'm basically trying to say is once you are feeling good with yourself, once you no longer have to explain yourself or prove that you have the right to exist, once you like know that you are good, basically, then you automatically you no longer want to do people pleasing. And then you said you just can't bear the discomfort when people look at me. Like, why? What happens when you are looking at yourself in the mirror? What's the problem about this person in the mirror? You ask yourself. I cannot give you the answer, but you have to see it for yourself and inquire into that. Because when you're looking in the mirror and you see someone that you love, that you like, that you're proud of, then you're all automatically assuming that everybody that is looking at you is proud of you, is kind of like likes you or loves you. And if somebody dislikes you, then you just kind of like, you see that it's their reflection of themselves. You see? Or something comes out of my mouth. So you're like afraid of talking, you're like afraid of expressing yourself, which is the cause of depression, basically. So when you're afraid, when something blocks you, when you feel like you cannot express yourself, the opposite of expression is like depression. You cannot, there's no energy in you, no creativity in you that is coming forth. So there's like depression, you're like hiding. Something in the past told you that you do not have the right to exist, therefore you're hiding. And if you are going outside and if you are in a conversation with people, you feel like you have to pretend, you feel like you have to regulate other people's emotions, you have to convince people that you are a good person. Like it feels unnatural for you to simply participate in life, and therefore you just hide, and you're no longer expressing, and you're no, you just feel like you're an alien. Confront whatever's going on inside of you. That's really what you have to do. Someone answered you and said, just accept discomfort, and over time you will feel peace, even when you people please. And then suddenly you will notice that you don't people please anymore. Accepting yourself is key. That is key. You have to accept yourself, but you also have to confront the parts that are not accepted yet. And in order to find those parts in you, you can look in the mirror and really just ask yourself, like, what is so weird about me? What do you find weird about yourself? And then maybe the answer could be, I don't know, maybe you feel behind in life, or maybe you don't have the amount of experiences that you think you should have, or whatever the reason is. And then just kind of tell yourself that you don't need to explain yourself. You are whole and complete. You don't need to become something, and start to love yourself. Not just with affirmations, just I love myself, I love myself. Just really face the things that are causing you to not love yourself. Why am I not loving myself? Because of fear, because of shame, because of guilt. Then instead of trying to overcompensate love, face fear, face guilt, face shame. You see? And when you see it and you're honest with yourself, don't just do it practically, but really face yourself as a person. Then those blocks can dissolve. And what comes forth is love. Just love, not for yourself or others, but just love. You just recognize that, wait a minute, I'm free. And if you're free, which means you have no fear, automatically there's love. So there's love for yourself, there's love for others, and also just this very obvious knowing that whoever has a problem with you has a problem with himself or herself. So once you no longer have a problem with yourself, you will automatically know that whoever has a problem with you must have a problem with him or herself. So be comfortable with yourself, and automatically, if you're comfortable in your own being, you will automatically feel comfortable everywhere. Comfortable, you're feeling like you're at home. So, I hope that helped, and that was it.